Libra, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We're in the midst of Leo season. We're coming up on a full moon in Aquarius. And, it's been a little bit of a rough start to Leo season. I feel like we're finding our grounding, finding our footing in regards to how to have courage and empowerment and pride in who we are, despite some of the messier things that are going on, right? We're in this time of a lot of change, a lot of transition, i.e. Pluto moving into Aquarius. And it's allowing us to rewrite the script, how we're showing up in our lives, what kind of lives we're living, whether that actually honors our hearts, whether that's really what we want to be doing or not, the people, the situations that we want to be sharing our energy with. And it's all across the board, The more we're navigating through this transition of Pluto moving into Aquarius, the more it is kind of shaking out the right and wrong players, so to speak. And Leo has kind of been a rough start to that. We have 4 planets in retrograde. Mercury is one of them. It will go direct end of the week, but it also has been highlighting the disconnect in our relationships, giving us an opportunity, yes, to find harmony, find balance, find diplomacy, make changes that are good for everybody involved. But if it's not, then it's a red flag, right? It's basically telling us we need to look at this thing, how much time, energy we're devoting to it, and whether or not it's worth it, right? So that's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings. Set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you have come in with something on your heart or mind that you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It really is a great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're just interested in more of a realignment of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are aligned in ourselves, when we know ourselves, who we are, what we want, that's really where we're manifesting our happiness, our fulfillment, our abundance. We all deserve it, right? We all deserve to live a good life, and I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, Libra, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Libra. I'm picking up this energy of feeling a little bit out of step in life. I'm hearing you're filling up your time with maybe some unnecessary or useless things, or this could just be as simple as your mind going and going and going, right? You know how it's hard to sometimes shut it off, especially being an air sign where the mental is a huge key component. It's almost I feel you're not knowing what to do. That's what I was hearing. You're at a standstill, and maybe with this not for you popping out, there's this energy around you that's really coming to the surface that's just not good for you. And maybe you haven't necessarily made that decision yet, or you don't have all the pieces quite yet. But you're starting to pick some of them up is what I'm hearing, because your intuition is really working for you right now. Saturn and Neptune are in retrograde. They're right on top of each other in Aries. And it's challenging us to trust ourselves, to really learn on a deeper level what it means to connect with our instincts. Check out any of the videos for the zodiac readings this week. They've all kind of been that theme of things popping up where we do have to really listen to like what is going on around us. And I feel honestly, with this Make-A-Wish as your overarching energy, I feel like you already have this system up and running. Maybe you're not completely trusting in the system that you have in place. I'm hearing like wisdom, wisdom gained after struggle, where you've been in places 100%. Sorry, sometimes I don't look at the cards. I'm like very into whatever. This attachment, it's like places where, again, you've kind of like disconnected from yourself or not trusted yourself or relied on other people. And I do feel like that's changed. I feel like you've had to become self-sufficient on some level. And you're making changes. You're making changes from what the attachments are. And I think also at the same time, 100%, I was just going to say like believing in your abundance. That's where this Make-A-Wish and prosperity comes into play. This is 100% that value of like, Libra, ask for what you want. Ask for what you want because it does feel like it's coming in. Prosperity is where you're headed. And you might not know what you want is what I'm hearing. Or maybe you just haven't given yourself enough time to slow down and figure it out. Going back to that first channeled message of your mind, your mental going all the time. When we can't shut that off, it is kind of hard to process. Or if you're like so invested in like whatever you have going on in your life, or like the daily to-dos, the daily grunt and grind, we all know that takes up so much of our time and energy. Ooh, I like this though. But you have some decisions on the horizon, or decisions are starting to play out in front of you that directly connect to this prosperity. I'm hearing like, okay, so you feel going into this week at least that you don't really know what you want your next steps to be. So like I was saying, sitting down, getting clear with yourself. It doesn't have to be some like long-term projection, right? Like you don't have to make a 5-10 year plan. It might be nice to think about like where you want to be in that time, but also at the same time, this is more about like the immediacy of energy. As I'm saying this, I'm reminded how Mars just moved into Libra. So Mars and Virgo really helped us set the foundation, set a good foundation for ourselves. And now we're moving into this time where we're like connecting with new partnerships, new relationships, and figuring out how they fit, how they play out in our life, as well as ones that are existing. And that's exactly where you're coming in with this Ace of Swords. Like something is becoming very apparent to you this week. This is, again, directly related to whatever this attachment is for you. Whatever you feel like, it does feel like a limiting thing. Who or what you are relentlessly pursuing. Okay, excuse me. Who or what are you relentlessly pursuing that has become an addiction? Loosen your grip and enter into the unknown. So I feel like it doesn't just have to be one specific thing either, Libra. I feel like this is like people, situations that are directly like not working in harmony. You are the sign of partnership. And it's very important for you at the end of the day. Like, I feel like Libra, you can see both sides of the coin, right? At the end of the day, you just like want people dynamics that work with you. I mean, maybe we all do, right? Like maybe that's just human nature, whatever. But I'm seeing this as you're getting a lot of clarity around who and what is giving you this baby type energy. This energy of like, yeah, I might be nice, or I might try to like make things light and fluffy, but there's not a lot of follow through because something has put something on the back burner is what it looks like. Someone is moving away from you for a period of time. And I feel like you have to look after your own responsibilities, whatever that means to you. The Queen of Pentacles is the mama, you know, of the family, so to speak. And you don't have to be a mother. But this to me is just like taking care of house, home, like your stability, exactly what that Mars and Virgo is. We have to have a stable foundation from which we can work from. And when we don't, then it does make it hard to kind of see through some of these attachments. But it looks like you've done the work. It looks like whatever this attachment is, it's at a standstill within and of itself. So there's like not more that you can do. Like in reality, like I said, these are people situations that are not really willing to go too deep or go too far into it. They're keeping things at surface value. And as a result, you're like, okay, well then I really have to kind of look at like what my stability is for myself. And you're making changes as a result. You know, you're making changes as a result. But these changes are actually really beautiful and beneficial and prosperous. And I feel like they're also super healing. Like, I'm not trying to oversell it by saying that, but the healer is in your blocked energy. I'm hearing this as like you're selling yourself short, you know? And I feel like whatever this is, whatever has decided to kind of wait or turn the other way or only give so much or whatever this is, you know, this is someone who's not like really willing to invest time, energy into you. It's where things are not exactly what you thought they were around with a person, a relationship. And it's not necessarily saying to make a wish around this relationship. I guess you can, you know, but the change is going to bring its own change in and of itself, if that makes sense. Like you kind of starting new, starting fresh, doing your own thing, focusing on yourself, focusing on the things that you have going on, Libra. It's pushing you in a new direction that might feel a little bit like uncertain, but you're convinced it's the right thing to do. Like you're going in with this understanding that like, you know how to put the right pieces into place that will make sure that you are successful, right? That you are taking care of your business, so to speak, right? And that in and of itself is going to change the dynamics of like whatever this is going on over here. And I'm hearing that like you can ask for exactly what you want. Don't be shy about it. Take some time this week to really sit down and what would feel like prosperity in this moment. Yeah, you can wish for some kind of crazy things. I think that's like a little counterintuitive, you know, and I'm not saying that in a bad way because, you know, the impossible can totally be possible. I'm a huge believer in that. At the same time, I'm hearing this is about like, you know, because this also reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles. So it doesn't have to be the jackpot lottery. You know, this is a thing that's like, hey, if I had this one thing that could make me feel more sustainable, more stable, that I didn't have to worry about whatever that is, then I could invest more into like my own stuff. That's the type of prosperity I'm picking up. It's giving you a leg up. It's giving you a wish. It is a gift, 100%. It is a gift. And I do hear that 100%. It is coming through how you love, how you heal, how you give, whatever you have to contribute to this world. It does feel like it's attached to money on some level. You know, it is bringing you some level of prosperity. But I think at the same time, like it's saying like you've limited yourself. It's time to put yourself out there. It's time to like get a little more clear and then start exploring some directions that seem to make sense to you. Yeah, and like watch something new begin. Like it's like you're proactively growing something new. And again, it might be uncharted territories. I do feel that a little bit for you. And that's where the hesitancy is coming into play. It's also this vibe of like, can I even have this? You know, a lot of times when we do work, when we learn lessons, when we overcome things, and then it's actually time to like put things into play, you know, go after what we actually want, create something new. It can feel a little unsteady, a little uncertain, but I'm also hearing this is a lot about like seeing yourself for who you are. You can consider yourself a healer or not. That's not the point. This is about just like really seeing the beauty, the value, the potential, you know, what you contribute to this world or how you want to show up in your life, etc. Like really like understand that part of yourself and allow that to flourish, you know, because that's really where these beautiful new beginnings are coming into play for you, Libra. So thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. Sending love and blessings back to you.